Metroid Prime for the GameCube, MechAssault for the Xbox, and in hardware we're looking at the Xbox Spider Pad. First game we're going to talk about is Ratchet and Clank. This is a new sci-fi themed platform action-adventure game from Sony for PlayStation 2. What'd you think?
Ratchet and Clank is a great 3D platform game.
Right.
The only issues I have with the game is...
Oh, we're starting with the issues first.
Yes.
Okay.
I really never felt a sense of, like, awe or major connection with this game like I do with a game like Star Fox or the Mario Sunshine or your...
Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper is another great game. Don't get me wrong. This game is a very well put together, great. You'll have a lot of fun with it. I'm just saying it's not like this amazing revolutionary thing that I think a lot of people are kind of saying it is.
I tend to agree with you, but there are some things about Ratchet and Clank that definitely have to be applauded. And not only, I mean, is it a weapons showcase, you've got all kinds of stuff. You've got flamethrowers, you've got machine guns, rocket launchers. But what sets this game apart is the visual qualities of the game. The worlds are incredibly huge. There's never been a platform action game on the PlayStation 2 with worlds this large. And it's all running at 60 frames per second. And you've got incredible details. Like you'll look up at a city and you'll see all kinds of spaceships flying all over the place. Everywhere you look, there's some beautiful piece of artwork in there. And the audio quality of the game is actually very good as well. My favorite part of this game, though, has got to be Clank, the robot Clank. It really reminded me of that little teddy bear.
Teddy?
From AI. He had that same kind of vibe.
Talked like him.
Yeah, he was just a cute character.
But for me, the problem is at the core of the gameplay, all you're doing is smashing boxes and collecting things.
I think if they had spent a little bit more time sort of defining the characters and creating more of a mood and a sense of feeling. I mean, it feels very calculated, this game. It feels like they've done the checklist on all the things that have to be in a platform game.
Yeah.
And they've delivered.
Smash on boxes, check.
Tons of weapons, check.
Check. Collect things, check.
The heart seems to be missing.
There was a couple camera angle issues sometimes as well.
And the control, there's a little bit of a slip as well.
It seems to slide a little too much. It's sometimes hard. It's not like precision, you know, pixel by pixel control. You know, the other things that kind of bugged me a little bit about this game was that you're always dealing with like spaceships, like getting to the spaceship, fixing the spaceship, but you never actually get to fly in the ship. And you play a game like Star Fox Adventures, you're kind of a little disappointed.
Absolutely. I love the load screens. I love the ships flying from planet to planet. But yeah, I wanted to jump into the cockpit. I wanted to have some space battles. You know, this game is the classic example of giving you tons of things to do, but it still misses that sort of that thing that grabs you and hooks you and won't ever let you go. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10.
I'm giving it a 7.5.
On the positive side, we were very impressed by the look of Ratchet and Clank. Very detailed environments, and everything runs at 60 frames per second. The amount of weapons that you get to play with in this game is fantastic. But our favorite part of the game definitely had to be the Clank character. Clank is a very cool robot.
On the negative side, the controls weren't as tight as we wanted to be, and some of the camera angles get annoying. At the heart of the gameplay, it's really only about smashing boxes and collecting bolts. And finally, the storyline and characters just really don't touch you and connect with you like, say, a Mario or even a Sly Cooper.
Well, it's a good thing we're in front of this giant engine, because we're going to be talking now about MechAssault for the Xbox.
Yes.
And this is a big game because it is Xbox Live compatible. What did you think of this one?
Well, you know, MechAssault is, well, it's a mech game.
Very good. Follow along, everyone.
Yeah, I will say this, is that this mech game is the best one I've played this year.
This is a great mech game.
The thing that really make this game good are the effects.
Yeah.
The electricity effects, the explosion and the fogging and the destruction. I mean, you can literally take out every single building or item in the game, and it just doesn't blow up. it actually crumbles and there's dust clouds and everything. So that's pretty cool.
It's kind of disturbing how satisfying that really is, isn't
Not
it?
to me.
I mean,
maybe to you.
You take apart these buildings and you kick cars and trucks out of the way, and you basically...
You think that's disturbing?
Well, you wreak havoc.
I think that's fun.
It is very fun. It's incredibly fun.
The best part is squishing the people.
And they're running around. The beauty of this game is the fact that everything is absolutely destructible, and there's so much animation and artwork attached to that. You can crush everything. You can wreck through trees. You can just destroy buildings. You can play an amazing single-player sort of mission-based adventure where you get handed all these objectives and you have to go cruising around, basically taking out bases and then getting into some pretty big mech battles.
And at the end of the day, all you're doing is shooting. And that's it.
But you're done. It's shooting with style.
Oh, okay.
It's shooting with panache. The single-player game is great. It's set up in a series of missions. You're basically going from level to level. You've got objectives like having to destroy a base and take care of all the tanks and infantry guys that are out after you. Or you might have to get into battle with some mechs. Sometimes there's some escort missions as well where you have to bring your guys to a safe point. But basically, you're just blasting the crap out of everything. Now, the reason why you even want to play the single-player game, even though this is like a major multiplayer game, if you beat the single-player game, you actually get access to new mechs with new abilities, new weapons, and then you can take those mechs and go into the multiplayer arena. I was fighting this guy that had these lava blasts, and there was nothing I could do. He was just wailing on me, blowing me up every single time. And that's where MechAssault really shines, on Xbox Live. There's lots of people playing. You can always find people to play with, and it's ridiculously fun. It is so much fun blasting away at other mechs out there, and there's a lot of customizable. There's lots of choices. Lots of different modes, lots of different mechs. It's really a great game.
For people who are into mechs, they would like that. For guys like me who can't stand them, big robots, because it just doesn't make any sense.
Well, you're
not going to want to like this game that much. I would have liked to have seen an Xbox Live game, like a boxing game or something like that.
Right.
You can really just trash
talk. Well, that stuff's coming.
one-on-one.
I'm giving it 9.5.
And I'm giving it a 7.
On the positive side, this game is awesome in multiplayer. You got to get Xbox Live. The single-player missions are great too, and as a bonus, you actually earn new mechs to play in multiplayer if you beat the single-player mission. And the visual effects are incredible in this game. It is so very satisfying, destroying everything.
On the negative side, the gameplay does get a little repetitive. I mean, all you're doing is shooting your mech. And although this is one of the best mech games out there, if you're not into mechs, well, you may not be into this game. And finally, if you're not really into the whole online gaming thing and don't intend to get Xbox Live anytime soon, this one may be around.
There's lots more sci-fi action coming up. Stick around. After this, Defender.